Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a really quick and easy micro habit to integrate into your day. It starts with brushing your teeth. Okay, so when you hear me talk about manifestation all the time, you hear me talk about high vibe activities. Those are the things that people normally think of when they think of manifestation. You know, ceremoniously lighting a money candle, or doing a vision board, or sitting down and doing a desire list, or setting up a ritual of intention, or any number of high vibe activities that we think about. But when I talk about manifesting, I absolutely positively do those, but then I talk about going through your daily life being supported by this little collection of micro habits. And the idea is that you're going to be building your own micro habits, but mine are going to give you a place to start and get you in the habit of, or get you in the process of integrating these habits on a daily basis. And one of my best tricks for learning a new micro habit, integrating a new micro habit, developing this sort of reflexive, I don't even think about it response, is to tag team them with another activity. So the first one is going to be brushing your teeth. You can make this fit anything, but I like brushing your teeth because it gives you that 2-minute window where you can focus on this high vibe activity, which is actually quite long for one of my micro habits. Usually it's like I touch a doorknob or I put a coin in the jar, like seconds. So this is actually one of the longest micro habits that I talk about. But while you're brushing your teeth, I want you to ask, what do you want? Now, with any time that I give you a question, it's important to change up your language. Don't ask the same question every day. Let yourself fall into a natural cadence of changing the grammar a little bit. What do I want is a different question than what do I want today? What do I want this week? What do I want this month? What do I want this decade? Whatever. They're all very different questions to ask yourself. And it's just one or two words different. But even want has some finesse and some refinement. When you ask yourself, what do you want? You're talking to your inner child. You're talking to sort of your core self. You're talking to your subconscious. It's a very basic question. What do you want? You know, how many times have you asked like a toddler who's like, no, having a mental meltdown, and you're like, what do you want? I don't know, just what you want, right? In that moment. So what do you want is a very basic question. And I reach for that question very often because I want to talk to that inner part of myself, of you, whoever I'm asking in the moment. But another question is, what do you desire? That's a little more complex. And so it's basically the same question, and yet you're asking sort of a different, more complex part of you. You know, desire automatically brings in some of the spicy stuff. So like now we're not talking to that inner child or the subconscious, we're talking to the more complex adult that's capable of having deeper thoughts and emotions and wanting, desiring more complex, long-range, far-seeing things. So how would that look? Ask yourself, what do I desire? What do I desire today? What do I desire this week? What do I desire from said partner? There's all kinds of variation and nuance, but it all starts with building a habit. In case you haven't noticed, I've been waving a thing around. This is a glass marker. They're a little bit more expensive than a normal marker, but they're like this chalk marker thing that allows you to write on windows and glass. So I typically write on mirrors. So when I'm trying to integrate a new habit, a new micro habit, this is one of the tools that I'll reach for. The other tool that I use a lot is a sticky note. But in the bathroom where the shower is gonna like steam up your mirror, a sticky note's gonna last like 15 minutes and then it's gonna flutter off and get lost in the abyss. So writing on your mirror with a marker, what do you want today? Or, you know, ask the question when you're brushing your teeth if you need to like be discreet, not advertise to the people in your life what you're doing, but using a marker to leave yourself a note while you build this habit is going to make it just that much easier to fall into it. Plus, I don't know about you, but like Writing on the mirror is so much fun. So like just the act of that little rebellion of, I'm gonna write on the mirror, keeps the new pattern closer in my mind and keeps me remembering it. So like I might look at the writing but not read the writing and go, oh yeah, I did that. That was naughty and fun. Oh, right. I'm supposed to ask myself what I want. So simple practice, 2 minutes a day. Ask yourself what you want. You can focus on one thing and just like as you're brushing, really feel, like sink into the daydream of what it would be like to have that thing. Or you can just like laundry list, you know, I want this and this and that and this and this, like rattle off a list while you're standing there brushing your teeth. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to do this. And variety and change is amazing. So like feel free to tweak this structure and play with it. This is one of those manifestations practices that are so tiny and so integrated in your day that within a couple of weeks of doing it, it's just going to be second nature. It's just going to be habit, and it's going to continually feed that fuel of pulling in the things that you want and helping you recognize them when they show up. You've got this. I fully believe that you can manifest absolutely anything. You can step into those high vibe activities when you have the time for it. You can be supported by all of these micro habits that we build over time. And you have plenty of time to be human. You can stub your toe, you can have a bad hair day, whatever, it doesn't matter. You have room to have all of the human emotions, and the momentum of this manifestation machine is just going to keep cooking and keep rolling in the background and keep supporting you as you move in the direction of your desired life. You've got this. Happy manifesting.